Let's move on to Nashville, Tennessee, Nissan Stadium, 1 p.m. Eastern. Denver Broncos 3-5, 1-3 on the road. Tennessee Titans 5-3, 2-1 at home. The weather in Nashville is very similar to these other spots. It's about 43 Fahrenheit, 42 Fahrenheit, 9 miles per hour is the wind. Broncos come in fresh off their bye week. Let's start with the line history here and see what we are dealing with. Pull it up right now. This one is another fascinating one. We have the Pinnacle not putting it on the board, as they always do. A very nervous book. Opening up at -2.5, -115 at Bookmaker, now -3 at -101. See what Bet Online did, because they all brought it up before yesterday's game. Opened it at -1.5, now -3. So market moving towards Tennessee. The total opened up at 39.5. It's dropped to 39. That's at Bet Online. Over at Bookmaker, it opened up at 38. And that's where it is. It's at 38 right now. Shout out to Res Mob. Thank you so much for thinking of us, man. I love that. You're a good man. $9.99 dono from our guy, Res Mob. Love you, man.
Super sticker. Oh, he's richer now. I might have taken a little Providence Live when it was a good price because they were getting the shit kicked out of them. So it got sweatier for me than it did for you.
3,076 tickets in. Not a lot of tickets in. 35% of the tickets, 44% of cash on Denver. Market moving towards Tennessee. Interesting. 79% of the tickets, 97% cash on the under. Terry Walker looking at Denver in the under. Gerald Jones says big rest advantage for the Broncos. Tennessee defense 80 plays Sunday night. Spenny Pennybomb says if Tannehill plays, which is an awful thing to say, but would lean Titans. Don't want any part of this game, though, really. And Birdie says I will be betting the Broncos here. Broncos coming fresh off their bye week. Last seen in 21-17 win at Wembley Stadium in the UK over the Jags. Russell Wilson gained some confidence. 18 of 30, 252 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They didn't get their first down until halfway through the second. But then they started rolling when it mattered most. They were still just 2 for 11 on third down. So Hackett has let us know that Lloyd Cushenberry is going to miss time. And that Graham Glasgow will move over from guard to center. And one of the things that was talked about in different reports was how bad Cushenberry's been. And it's hurt Russell Wilson. Cushenberry's been bad. And so there's a thought that Glasgow is not only going to be the center now, but can easily prove that he should be the center even when Cushenberry comes back. Cushenberry's been penalized 6 times this year, and Pro Football Focus has given him a 56.2 grade. It's really bad. So maybe Graham Glasgow will help this team, and now he's got to bye to work his way in. Also, Randy Gregory, Baron Browning, and Cam Fleming are still sidelined, but they're closer to a return. I wonder if either of those 3 can come back, and we'll know tomorrow. Still sidelined, but closer is all we're getting told. Titans coming off a 2017 loss at Kansas City. We all watched it, cashed the under live. Got it up at 49.5 live, too. It's great. Malik Willis playing in the second straight game, replacing Tannehill, 5 of 16 for 80 yards, ran 8 times for 40 yards. Tannehill was close to playing, and he's expected to be back this week. But again, we're going to have to wait till practice on Wednesday. He's not being able to plant his foot at this point. Derrick Henry ran 17 times for 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second touchdown was Henry's 74th past Earl Campbell, most of franchise history. They were a 1 for 11 on third down. The Chiefs had 29 first downs compared to Tennessee's 9. The Chiefs had 499 yards of offense compared to the Titans' 229. The Titans' defense was impressive, though. They would bend and not break, and they finished with 4 sacks and 8 quarterback hits. Bud Dupree left with a hip injury. That hip's been bothering him all year. And their free safety, Josh Thompson, left in the second half with a knee injury. We're going to find out all more about that on tomorrow's practice. But it's funny. This was one I was thinking for sure that I wanted the Broncos here. But I really want to hear everybody talk it out. I think that there will be some legitimate momentum from the Broncos. And reading about how bad Cushenberry's been, maybe him and Russ and Glasgow can get something going together. Take it away for us, Andy. Broncos, Titans.
Yeah, I took a week off of betting Broncos unders because the Broncos took a week off. But this is another one where this is a pretty bad offense. Like the Denver Broncos, despite trading away one of their stars, is still an elite defense coming off extra time against an offense that does nothing but run. And it was maybe not surprising either that Derrick Henry was a big part of that game until they needed him to be, and then he wasn't. They didn't really use him in the last couple minutes of that game. It was they turned into, I don't know why. I don't know if they just realize that everyone knows you're going to hand it to them. They're going to try something else, try to take people by surprise. That didn't work. I lean Broncos, but yeah, there's a 39 minus 110 out in the market that I played. I'm going to be on this under. It is still an elite defense against a very one-dimensional offense. And despite how we saw Russ play a little bit, it's still an anemic offense. So the fact that this, Russ going on the road here, it's a decent pass rush. We've seen this Tennessee pass rush do something. Tennessee coming off not a big win, but I think they played really well. They have to, hold your heads up a little there. They dueled with, the MVP favorite right now. It would have been nice for them to get a win. They were another team that was a little maybe overrated if you just looked at a record. I don't think, again, right there with Minnesota, like Tennessee's not a bad team, but they're not, they shouldn't have been this, 6-2 team if they would have got that win. So I think their record's probably coming back to about where they should be. And yeah, I'm looking for a really ugly one here. So I'm on this under.
I get why you are. There's actually one minus 105 at 5 dimes. So we'll give you that under 39 minus 105. I get why you are.
I missed 5 dimes, Scott.
Do you think that when Tannehill's announced in, there's no way it moves off the 3? There's no chance.
I think, yeah, not only, even if it is a midpoint number, it takes so much money, so much action, so much news to move off a 3. I think it's assumed Tannehill plays here.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I want the Broncos here. I do. Do you not like? I think that there's a lot of truth to what Birdie's saying. He's saying Chiefs struggle against physical teams. That game was a war, especially for that Titans defense.
Yeah.
We have such a rest advantage here for the Broncos. Such an enormous rest advantage thinking about what happened in that divisional battle. If I give you a free $500 bet at 3, would you be?
Yeah, I'd take the road dog. Like, I think it's not only getting points with them against a one-dimensional offense, you're getting them well rested, well prepped against, that like you can prep out a scheme to stop Derrick Henry for 2 weeks. So yeah, I would lean Broncos pretty heavily, and I can hate the Broncos, man.
I would like to do more than lean to them. I'd like to bet them. I would like to bet them. Let's just go back to where the money line is here. 35% of tickets, 44% of cash. Let's move to 3. Ron Crawford in the house. Spreadsheet play of the day. Cleveland +4. Thank you for sharing that with us, Ron. I will discuss that when we get to that game here. I should probably just get it all set up now. There it is, Browns, Dolphins. I would like to move on that. And I would like to move on the under. I'd like to have both in my pocket. I think both of those spots make sense. So Broncos +3 in the under. And I think the Titans are a better football team than the Broncos. I don't want that to get, I do. I loved what I saw from the Titans against the Chiefs. I love their defense. I love Derrick Henry, and I really like the football team. But there's just too big of a rest advantage for a dangerous defense in the Broncos, and maybe there's some confidence. And I know that at this point we're not trusting Brady to continue that confidence over, but I don't see why we wouldn't think that we get a tick up in offense from this Broncos squad. There's Cheshire Cat in the house. Gerald Jones says Denver number 1 scoring defense in the NFL, allowed just 113 points this year. I like it. I like it. So Andy's locked in the under 39 minus 105. So Andy's locked in 3 spots. He's firing away at this board. I think this will be the first things that I bet will be the Broncos and the under. And we are in business. We are in business. Anything you want to add?
Business. No, just, Rez points out the Vikings paying for groceries. Broncos unders have been taking care of Thanksgiving dinner. Shit, I'm sorry I missed that, Jimmy. You already had Canadian Thanksgiving.
We did.
You know what? You're pretty much adopted American at this point. Like you can have American Thanksgiving too. You get 2 of them.
I do. My mom's Californian, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at these 2 Thanksgivings. She's
It's
just
nice.
spoiled.
It's
Just
nice.
spoiled.
And more turkey on Christmas dinner. Let's put it all together. Thank you, Cheshire, my man. There's Pie Guy in the house. Let's roll on. We